Hello, welcome to Extra Soul Stories channel. Let's listen to these magical fairy tales and enjoy. Love you all.
I have 3 stories today. First story is about an ant, and second story is about a man who dreamed a lot, and third story is about a poor fisherman.
In a quiet glade nestled between towering trees where sunlight danced through the leaves, there lived a poor old ant named Eldrin. With his once vibrant exoskeleton now dulled by age, Eldrin had spent his life toiling alongside his fellow ants gathering food for the winter. But as the cold winds began to blow, Eldrin found himself alone, having lost his companions to the relentless march of time. As winter descended, the ground was blanketed in snow and the world turned white and silent. Eldrin's tiny home, a burrow beneath a gnarled root, felt colder than ever. Inside, his meager supplies dwindled to nothing. Each day, he would venture out, hoping to find a crumb left behind by the bustling summer days. But the frost had claimed all that was once abundant, and the hunger gnawed at him like a relentless beast. One fateful morning, while trudging through the snow, Eldrin stumbled upon a glimmer of hope. Beneath a thick layer of ice, he spotted a single, glistening seed, its golden hue shining like a beacon. With renewed vigor, he dug and scraped, his heart racing at the thought of a meal. Just as he grasped the seed, a shadow loomed overhead. It was a raven, majestic and fierce. Its eyes sharp as daggers. "Little ant," the raven croaked, "that seed is mine. I've watched you scurry about, and I find it amusing how you think you can take what belongs to me." Eldrin, trembling yet resolute, looked up at the raven. "Please, great one, I am but an old ant. I have nothing but this seed to survive the winter. If you spare it, I promise to repay you in some way." The raven tilted its head, intrigued. "Repay me? How can a tiny ant like you repay a creature such as I?" Eldrin thought hard. "I may be small, but I know the secrets of the forest. I can guide you to hidden nests of sweet berries, and the best places to find food when spring returns." The raven considered this, its sharp eyes narrowing. "Very well, little ant, I shall let you keep the seed. But remember your promise." With gratitude swelling in his heart, Eldrin clutched the seed tightly and returned to his burrow. Throughout the winter, he nurtured it, feeding it tiny bits of snow and whispering words of encouragement. As spring approached, the seed sprouted, growing into a lush plant that bore fruit. True to his word, Eldrin led the raven to the hidden treasures of the forest. In return, the raven became his protector, ensuring that Eldrin would never go hungry again. Together, they forged an unlikely friendship, proving that even the smallest among us can make a difference in a world that often overlooks them. In a village nestled between the shadowy peaks of the Graven Mountains, there lived a man named Elian. He was known for his gentle spirit and kind heart, but deep within him lay a darkness that had begun to manifest in his dreams. Each night, as the moon cast its silver glow upon the earth, Elian found himself haunted by the specters of his deceased relatives, their faces twisted in sorrow and despair. His grandmother, a wise woman who had once shared tales of the old gods, appeared first. Her eyes, once filled with warmth, now glowed with an unsettling fire. "Elian?" she whispered, her voice echoing like the rustle of dry leaves. "You must remember us, but do not let our pain consume you." Klaus, her warning was clear, yet he awoke each morning drenched in sweat, the weight of her sorrow heavy on his chest. As the nights passed, the dreams grew darker. His father, a stoic man who had faced many storms in life, now roamed the dreamscape, his body broken and spirit restless. "You have strayed from the path," he lamented, his voice a low rumble like distant thunder. "Oh, you must honor our memories, or we shall be lost forever." Elian became desperate, seeking solace in the village elders. They spoke of the Dream Weaver, a mythical being said to weave the fabric of dreams and nightmares. To find the Dream Weaver, one must venture into the Forest of Whispers, where the boundary between the living and the dead was thin. With a trembling heart, Elian embarked on his journey. The forest was alive with the sounds of rustling leaves and distant cries, shadows dancing just beyond his vision. After hours of wandering, he stumbled upon a clearing bathed in ethereal light. There, seated upon a throne of intertwined branches, was the Dreamweaver, a figure cloaked in shimmering threads of dreams. "Why do you seek me, Elian?" the Dreamweaver asked, voice like the softest breeze. Elian poured out his heart, sharing the torment of his dreams and the sorrow of his ancestors. The Dreamweaver listened intently, then nodded. "Waldasos must confront your fears," they said. "Your relatives are bound to you by love, but their pain cannot be your burden. Honor their memories, but live your life free from their shadows." With newfound resolve, Elian returned to his village. That night, he dreamt again, but this time, he stood before his family as equals. "I remember you," he declared, but I must live." Their faces softened, and for the first time, he felt their love, not their sorrow. As dawn broke, Elian awoke with a lightness in his heart. The shadows of his dreams lifted. He had learned to cherish the memories of his loved ones without being consumed by their grief, and in doing so, he freed them and himself. In a quaint village nestled between emerald hills and the shimmering sea, lived a poor fisherman named Elian. His days were spent casting nets into the waves, hoping for a bountiful catch to feed his family. Despite his hard work, the sea often returned empty, leaving him with little more than scraps for his wife and 2 children. His heart buoyed by the laughter of his children and the beauty of the world around him. One twilight evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and lavender, Elian cast his net one last time. Suddenly, he felt a strange tug, stronger than any fish he had ever caught. He pulled his net ashore, revealing not a fish, but a tiny, shimmering figure trapped within the mesh. It was a fairy, her wings glistening like dew-kissed petals. "Please, kind fisherman, free me," she pleaded, her voice as soft as a summer breeze. Elian, taken aback by her beauty and desperation, quickly untangled her from the net. As she fluttered free, her wings sparkled in the fading light, and a warm glow enveloped the shore. "I am Abiha, a fairy of the sea," she said, her eyes twinkling with gratitude. "In return for your kindness, I shall grant you 3 wishes." Elian's heart raced. He could wish for riches. "I wish for enough fish to feed my family." Abiha summoned a school of fish to leap joyfully from the water, filling Elian's net. He thanked her and made his second wish. "I wish for my children to always know the beauty of the sea." Abiha smiled, and the air shimmered with magic. The sea began to sing, its waves dancing with vibrant colors, teaching Elian's children the secrets of the ocean. For his final wish, Elian pondered deeply. He realized that true wealth lay not in gold or possessions, but in love and unity. "I wish for our village to thrive." With a gentle nod, Abiha granted his wish. The sea became abundant, and the village flourished, filled with laughter and joy. As days turned into years, grateful for the fairy who had changed his life forever. And though Abiha returned to the depths of the sea, her spirit lingered in the hearts of all, a reminder that kindness can weave the most magical of tales.
If you like the stories, then kindly subscribe.